Hey guys, Glitter G here, and today we're going to be reviewing Bite Beauty Cosmetics. Yay! So if you guys watched my last video, you'll know that this video followed right after this video. So this is my Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette look. If you guys want to see how it was created, go on over to my channel and watch my previous video. This video is going to be for review purposes only. We are going to be reviewing this cosmetics line that I actually received all of the products in the box complimentary, and that's because I am a member of Influenster. And if you guys haven't heard what that is, it's a really cool app that you guys can download, and you guys get the opportunity to test products for free in exchange for reviews for those products. So today, that's what we'll be doing. What I meant to say was, today, that's what we'll be doing. We will be reviewing Bite Beauty Cosmetics, and I'll be letting you guys know if it's worth the money, the purchase, or the hunt. Because they're only sold at Sephora's, and if you guys live around me, you know that there's not very many around us, and you guys have to go on a hike to get one. So, with that being said, let's do a full face with Bite Beauty Cosmetics. Okay, so obviously we have to open the box, and when you first open the box, it has a card in it so that it tells you everything that's in here and what you're getting in the box. It'll tell you how to go about your reviews. It'll tell you about your products that are in the box. It tells you about the ingredients. It tells you about their mission. It tells you, they're cruelty-free. They're clean. So basically, they do all clean products in their products, which is what makes them so different. So, that being said, they sent me a pressed powder. They also sent me a foundation. They also sent me a primer, I think. Yep. And then they also sent me a lip crayon. So, I don't really know if I'm going to be doing the lip crayon because it's not something that matches this, and I want to take pictures of this after, so I may not use this, but I'll swatch it on my hand so you guys can see it. So obviously we're going to first start with the primer. So we're going to open up our box and we're going to take it out, and it looks like this. So if you guys have never seen Bite Beauty before, this is what their, my camera's doing whatever the hell it wants. So this is what it looks like. It says Bite on it. Whatever. So I'm going to take my primer brush because I use a specific brush when I'm priming my face. Some people use sponges. I use a pointed, tapered, I guess you could call it, foundation brush. My handles and my brushes are falling off. If you guys are having that issue, all you have to do is super glue the brushes. So a lot of people think that their brushes are damaged. No, the wood handle's on there so that you guys can hold it better. If it falls off, super glue it back on. Look at that, brand new. All right, so we're gonna take the foundation and we're going to take just the tube and we're just going to put it on our face. That's how I like to do it, just because I can make sure I know where I'm getting it. Alright, so this primer is actually a white cream. I don't know if you guys can see that. And I'm just gonna... Okay, so first we're going to start with our Bite Beauty primer. It comes in like a cream colored tube, and there's Zoe. It comes in like a cream colored tube, and it's for normal to oily skin. And they give you 1 ounce, so the tube is a pretty good size. So we're going to open it up. The tube is full of white stuff. So most primers are not colorful. They're colorless. That's what I'm trying to say. So most of them are colorless. When you put them on, they blend in. But then you have some that are tinted, and I kind of really like the tinted ones, but we'll see how this one does. So I like to take it and just put a couple lines on my cheek, or blotches, one on my chin, and a line down my forehead. And the rest of the face that was not hit with little dots will be covered with the leftover on the brush. I use a brush to spread my primer. I find it more easier and better. I don't know. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and, ooh, so the finish is, actually, I'm pretty sure it's matte. I'm not sure yet because it's not dry, but it's actually really cooling. A lot of the primers that I get aren't, they aren't this spreadable, but it's already made such a difference on my face. It's brightened it up a lot. So that's awesome. Alright, So that's, you guys see that? Like, that's already much of, like, a significant difference. All right, so now we're gonna go in with the foundation. So they sent me an L45 shade. I picked from whatever colors they chose or they were gonna give me. It really didn't, I mean, it was and it wasn't accurate. I don't really know if that makes sense to you guys. But like they didn't, so when you do Influenster, they don't always give you all the product colors. They only give you the ones that are on sample. So like if you match, you match. I always try and pick the best shade instead of picking no, because I can always mix it with a different foundation to get the shade that I'm trying to achieve. So I always try and still choose shades that are kind of semi-close to my color. That way I can play around with them. So the foundation comes in a tube exactly like the primer. And what you're going to do is the same thing you did with the primer, is just put it on your face. Well, that's what I'm going to do. I don't suggest it for everybody because not everybody likes to do that. So we're just going to, ooh, look at it. Ooh, it's actually a really nice color. I'm actually fairly surprised. Dot on my chin to get underneath. And we're going to do a line across my forehead and down my nose. So that's what we're going to do to cover with the foundation. I actually have a foundation brush as well that I use. It's going to be the same concept of the other one, just flat. So a lot of people like to use sponges. I like to use brushes. It depends on the foundation, honestly, but we're just going to stick with this. So we're just going to oh, you guys. Wow. So the finish is actually very light. It's very airy. It's not heavy. It's not pore clogging. It's not smudging. It's actually, like, you can't tell that I have it on my face other than the fact that you guys just watched me put it on. Like, I'm looking in the mirror and I can kind of tell where it is, and I can kind of also not tell where it is. All right. So, it's actually really good. Like, this stuff just disappeared. Like, you guys just saw how bad that was. And that's it. Just like that. Full coverage foundation. Wow. I actually really like this stuff. This is really good. So now we're going to see what the pressed powder is about. Let me just make sure I put everything back in its box because I like to keep the boxes. Alright, so the pressed powder is going to be a light one, so it's a setting powder. They do send you a little powder puff. I don't like powder puffs. You open it up and the powder is kind of light for my skin tone, but again, I prefer that, and they didn't have very many options. So we're going to swirl our brush around in it, tap it off, and we're just going to set. And actually the light color works really well for me, because it sets the powder without giving it that dark undertone like a shadow. So this stuff is actually fantastic. I'm living for it. Super, super good, guys. Look at that. Obviously, I don't have contour or anything on my face, but like, for what it's worth, like, look. Those were bad. Like, I know they were. And like, my face just looks so different. It's awesome. I actually am in love with this brand. Like, in love. So for the lip crayon, like I said, I'm not gonna use it. Lip crayon looks like this. Color's right here. Open it up, and it's pointed. So you can shape. I'm not going to use it because I don't want it on. I don't want this color on. I want to use something different. But this is the color that they sent me. I've swatched it for you. And the color's name is, hold. Okay. Onion. That doesn't look like an onion to me. But that's what color it is. I actually really do like the color. It's like a berry nude. Bold matte color that can keep up with you. It is a creamy matte lip crayon. Power move. So yeah, guys. So overall, Bite Beauty is actually really worth it. I would absolutely recommend the foundation, if anything. The primer's really nice, but it doesn't give me that like underglow. I'm sure they have one that I could buy. Quality-wise, everything is fantastic, including this when it glides on. It's not like one of those stiffer lip crayons that, you know, when you draw and it leaves that, like, almost like when you're drawing. I have Zoe hair on my face. So it's not like that jagged feeling of when... Okay, so apparently somebody just showed up at the house. I don't know who it was. The dogs barked. I apologize. So anyway, like I was saying, this stuff is actually very much worth it. I would suggest, if anything, if there's one product that you absolutely want to try from it, I would absolutely suggest the foundation. Absolutely. So as you can see, like, there's a lot of coverage. This is covered. I just really enjoy the mission behind this, because they are all about the new face of clean. This is the change maker system. So it is long wear complexion in 3 simple steps, plus a bold lip, which would be the crayon. So if you guys really like this brand, or you guys are interested, you guys can actually find it on Sephora or their website themselves. I'll drop the links in the comments below. If you guys have any questions, or you guys need help matching shades, choosing products, or just finding them in general, you guys can always reach out to me. Make sure you guys subscribe, like the video so that I know to do more if I haven't already said that, because I lose track of myself sometimes. And be sure to follow me on social media. Thank you guys so much for watching.